Здравей, дами и господа, аз съм Илия Трибриге, това е играта Game of Thrones на Telltale. Продължаваме с епизод 1, който може би днес ще го свършим, но нищо не знам. Нека просто продължаваме от ето точно тук, където свършихме предишният клип на този епизод.
And Lady Margaery's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay, if it's presented to her as it should be.
What? По това? Нещо. То съдък нещо ми се струва апетитен. Ако мога така да си изкажа. Някакви монети. Брей.
Ethan made this for me. It was very kind of Lady Margaery to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Olenna. Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Да прочетено.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Margaery has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Да, струваше ми се апетитен. What? Извинявам се, че ще продължавам просто. Малко ми се спи.
A gift from Roderick.
И най-вероятно това ще бъде причина клипът да е нещо сорта на 20 минути, 30. Това мога да го погледна още един път. Окей.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must
Това не е
appeal
нашия
to Lady
глас.
Margaery to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Кой чука?
One
Отваряме.
moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Влизай, бе.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Margaery will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Margaery?
Не знам.
I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
It's widely known that I work for Lady Margaery.
I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Margaery just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and in House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. But I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a callboy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
My family wrote me, my lady.
I don't doubt they must be overcome with grief. But you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor.
For?
She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear. See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us. You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
Айде. Да видим какво ще направим тука.
You can do this.
И си чува серема тук 20 човека, които говорят, а то всъщност има само стражи и 3 човека.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission,
Ей,
allow
вижте.
me to introduce Lady Mira of House
Легендарният
Forrester.
трон.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Yes, Your Grace. To the one true king.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which. The girl is clever.
She only meant...
I don't care what she meant. I care what she said.
Ма какво искаш
I won't
повече ти
stand
кажа,
for
бе?
impertinence from a girl of the north.
If you would give her the chance to explain.
Perhaps she can explain why the Foresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
Какво?
They are noble, not traitors, Your Grace.
Noble? Perhaps once. For a northern house. But now they're merely dead. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and
Мисля, че
shields to be
войната
built, and
в
Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for
подобен
his
свят,
armies.
войната според мен
I'm
не
told
може
there
да
are
свърши
others who
просто
would
и
happily
така.
serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
There are limits, Your Grace.
Perhaps, but not if your house faces potential ruin.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could
Мисля, че се
sit through
прецаках
life
току-що.
without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define.
Мисля, че се прецаках много
This
тъпо
city
току-що.
alone is filled
Знаете ли
with
тази
all
работа?
sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would.
girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I
Защото
suppose,
ще тая
for
нещо ме
Northern
мрази.
girl, but not very encouraging either.
Вижте я, бе, вижте и лицето, бе.
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
I'll walk you
Значи,
out.
или отговорих по малко по,
This may come
как
as a
кажа,
surprise, but I met
неуважителен
your
начин,
father
или
once, at
та
the tourney at
просто
Lannisport.
нещо си ме мрази.
Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton.
Не му се доверявам.
We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Forgive me for saying it, but the Boltons have no honor.
Roose Bolton has many unique qualities. Honor is not one of them. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed
Okay.
quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I was trying to appease her.
I think that was clear to everyone. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them.
Чай, това сестра ли
We
ти е,
must
бе?
find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your
объркан.
ironwood to another house. It is the master of coin who decides such matters.
Астерот
The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
Защо не?
It may be far too dangerous.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it.
По-добре
Now, if you'll
рискуваме,
excuse me, I promise
отколкото
Sansa
да
I will
седим
join
и
her for dinner
да
tonight.
чакаме нещо да стане.
3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
И ти се пази.
Mira, I was worried. How was it?
Кое?
Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well. Which is more than you can
Ако
say
трябва
for
да
his mother.
спасявам
I'd marry
семейството, да.
anyone if it helped my family.
Right, of course.
Мата,
I would marry
май
him.
тая иска да е
Imagine the
принцеса,
power you
смисъл.
would have as queen of the 7 kingdoms.
Очевидно
I
е,
might
че
even allow you to be
ние,
my handmaiden.
като Мира, е та, която гледам в момента,
Let's see.
не искаме да сме
Who else
кралица,
should we
или
marry
поне
off?
ако трябва да бъдем, ще е
Brienne of
само за да
Tarth and
спасиме
Tyrion
семейството.
Lannister. What a perfect match.
А тая,
Sir
която в момента ми преди, че се е
What are you doing?
малко пияна, иска да бъде супер кралица.
Well? Sarah?
I'm sorry, my lady.
As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over.
Разговорът беше
King's
малко
Landing
тегав,
can be
та.
exhausting sometimes.
Не мога да го отрека.
There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over.
И аз се радвам, че свърши този разговор.
I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
It doesn't matter what you feel. It only matters what you say.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Да помолим ли за помощ?
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Надявам се.
I prefer to speak with you alone.
Съжалявам. Ти си просто една слуга. Като мене. Но аз мога да бъда наследница на цяла къща. Тоест, нали?
Ask.
I received a letter from my family. I fear my family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. But if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
That is no small request, especially now.
Що бе?
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire? Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
Надявам се да... Не!
I will
Фак!
forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
Мамка му
I
цъкна
don't know,
грешното.
Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Връзки. Ей! Сега ще сме 100. Да видим къде ще отидеме. Много ми е интересно това какво ще правим, защото с него започнахме... Кона ни избега, някакъв или някакви кръщат някъде. Това беше яка псовня. Абе, то виждах ли го вече или нещо ми се струва просто познат?
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few
Гледат тука.
secrets, but the flayed man,
Оня.
the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father is the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these Foresters?
О, шит.
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh! Listen. There. Hear that?
Fuck.
I know I heard something.
Стоя мирно, брато. Няма да тръгна да тичам, защото ще ме разколят.
Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Мислете внимателно понякога. Имат коне, имат арбалети. Ако тръгна да тичам, най-вероятно ще ме разстрелят на място. Така че по-добре се стоя на място. Мога помисля, че е някакво животно и да направят това, което направиха, а именно си тръгнат. Какво са мога направили на тоя, бе? Завързан се на кръст, но не точно. What? Знамето? Това човек ли? Това обърнат човек ли трябва да е? Не знам. Но си имат общо знамето и тоя. О, Джизъс. Тия са ебати изводите, бе, човек. Тия са му... Не знам, изгорили, разкъсали кожата, не знам. Майко мила.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are
Сега пак ли ще сме с Итан,
and
бе,
there are those
брато?
within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
And what will they call me?
That is for you to define as the new Lord. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move! Summon the Lord! We need his judgment.
Призовавате ли ме, бе?
I've done nothing wrong! I was only trying to survive!
Lord Ethan. Maester. This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Why did you do it?
Because I've no wish to die. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks true.
I've a family to feed. And not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy. Go.
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter. Most of us won't even live to see it.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it
The men
is.
need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
You can send him to the wall.
Leave the man alone. Show him mercy, my lord. He stole from us. Deserve to live. Make him pay for what he's done. Give us justice.
50 на 50.
I will decide.
Send him to the wall. Take his fingers. He's a thief.
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord. Please, my lord.
Така, мога да му покажем свободата, мога да го пратим при Гарет. То първият, с който играхме. Или да му отрежеме 3 пръста. А реално, ако изключим това с пръстите, свободата и стената са горе-долу едно и също нещо, защото и в двата случая отива някъде. Едва ли ако го пратя на стената ще му е толкова зле.
I sentence you to the wall, where you will join the Night's Watch.
No, please, my lord! My family, without me, they'll die!
Пак и не му вярвам, че има семейство. Това да крадеш оръжие за семейство. Аре да крадеш храна, разбирам, но оръжия. За какво си ти оръжия, освен ако не те нападат постоянно? Беше ли вярното?
What do you think?
Me?
Yes. Did I do what's right?
The wall seems like a fitting place for a thief. I only hope he doesn't find Garrett there and take his anger out on the poor squire. You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty.
Между другото, път вече стена от 31 минути, бе. 32. И ако се чуете как знам, без да съм минимизирал играта и да стане на такова, и да стане, и да замръзна, да стане като снимка, вече имам 2 монитора, бра. Така че да, вече без проблем мога да гледам какво става. С клипа, с играта от ваша гледна точка и така нататък. What?
Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house.
Your sentinel will wear
this for all to see.
I understand.
Ще трябва да избирам кой да контролира къщата.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Добре. Интересно е направено. Нека познаш, ще трябва да избирам между тия двамата. Фак. Перфектно място за спиране на епизода. И дами и господа, аз бях Илия Трибеги, това беше играта Game of Thrones на Telltale. И мисля, че, отново казвам, мисля, че в момента е перфектното време да спрем този клип, или поне тази част на този епизод. До тук я видим в следващата част какво ще става. Аз бях Илия Трибеги, лайк, subscribe и бай-бай.